Good morning, world. Good morning. Yes, good morning and happy Saturday. Yes, so welcome back to yet another fun-filled episode here with us on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast. As we embark upon what will be another great episode this morning, we thank you all for chopping it up with us, and we thank you in advance for a time that will be hot. And so, yes, world, we are back like a shark attack, back like we left something, back like we ain't got no clothes on our back. And for the world is a better place in the moment when the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast is taking place. So thank you for tuning in with us this morning as we converse about the latest sports topics that have taken place in this past week and will be upcoming this week. It is always a blast to have you all tune in and participate with us every weekend. As a reminder that every week we always like to begin our podcast by reminding our audience that the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast can be found on Facebook via our two Facebook pages, the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast community page, as well as additionally on our Early Morning Sports Talk podcast Facebook page. You can find us on Instagram at EMSTP underscore. Again, on IG at EMSTP underscore. YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify as the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, as well as our own Facebook pages via Brandon Price, Jamar Goodman, Cal Lee Watson, and if we have a guest for that weekend. Today is January 10th, 2026, and we have seen yet again another fascinating week in the sports world, where on last Sunday, our Chicago Bears will play against the Detroit Lions and fall in defeat again after a walk-off field goal to close out the regular season. And now the Bears head into the wild card weekend beginning tonight to take on the Green Bay Packers for the third time with a defense, Jamar, that has been abysmal and has caused deep concern for many of the Chicago Bears faithful. Additionally, the NFL regular season will come to an end with some great head coaches and offensive minds being fired and now leaving a number of sexy candidates available to lead their franchises. Additionally, the college football playoff will take place in the University of Miami with defeat Ole Miss in a great college football semifinal matchup, watching Carson Beck and the Miami Hurricanes revive nostalgia and march to the Natty to play the Indiana Hoosiers, who has been dominant, Jamar, who has been whooping ass and taking names, and showing people that they are indeed the real deal. And lastly, the NBA trade deadline will take place. We will see a great player be on the move, which will be Trey Young to the Atlanta Hawks. And now a number of other great pieces are rumored to be on the move as well to help a few contender teams hopefully get to that next level. And so, with that being said, and introducing my brother from another mother and my partner here on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, Mr. Jamar Goodman. Mr. Jamar Goodman, good morning, bro. How are you?
Man, I am bro, these games. Eh, if people don't know, we are in the midst of a, I guess, 5 straight day of playoff football between college and NFL. So today is day 3, so definitely enjoying the activity so far per se.
Right. Absolutely, man. It's a great time. It's definitely a great time. And so, with that being said, let's talk about the Bears. And this isn't exactly playoff football. We'll talk about the playoff football shortly. But the Bears, they fell to the Lions. Um, they revived themselves as generally they always do. But they fell late. Perhaps they should have went forward on that fourth down, but if so, they would have gave pretty much Detroit really, really, really good field position. But the defense, etc., it's just a lot of things. So tell us what happened during the game, bro. What did you see? And let's just talk about that briefly.
I mean, I guess look, Bears are 11-6. Um, Bears are even with that somehow the 2 seed. Bears definitely have a lot of good things that go for them, but there's definitely some things, you know, that's kind of alarming. Needs improvement. Not saying that this isn't a good football team because you don't get to 11 wins without being somewhat of a good football team, but nevertheless, in this particular game, it was frustrating to watch. Some of these Bears games have been frustrating to watch, at least for a good chunk of it until, whatever reason the fourth quarter comes around, they want to start playing football and, magic starts to happen. But dude, and like the first 45 minutes of the game is just like Lions pretty much doing whatever they wanted on offense, and I kid you not, it frustrates. I don't want to go off the hinges here, but I will say every time, for whatever reason, if we lined up in man-to-man coverage, it doesn't
Get
work.
smoked. We
It
get
doesn't work.
smoked.
Like, why are we lining up in man-to-man coverage against Jameson Williams, knowing he can blow the top off any defense? Like, y'all didn't learn anything from Christian Watson when y'all played him few weeks ago when he was lined up man-to-man with a single high safety. And what do you think is gonna happen? We don't have any burners out there on the corner. We have some really good corners, but they're not fast enough for some of these players. They're just not. Like,
Right.
Dennis Allen, you continue with these stupid schemes. At times, it's just beyond frustrating. It is, man. There's talent there, but I also understand we don't really have a consistent pass rush whatsoever, and that puts a lot more pressure on the back end.
Yeah.
Like, what about some zone coverage? What about some zone blitzes? What about some disguise and some like just something different than playing man to man? And all they got to do is run a mesh route, and J-Mo gets open, and he just going down there. Like, what are we doing? And I'm on Rod. Of course, whatever he wants. Like,
yeah, he dominated.
All these crossing routes, it's just so frustrating to watch. And then, like I said, the Bears sometimes they don't start playing to the fourth quarter, and then they're playing hero ball, and at that point, too little, too late. But I give them credit. They did tie the game at 16 apiece when it seemed like, they were dead in the water. They just come rolling right on.
Got that turnover late. Kevin Byard got that turnover late.
Yes, and then have a chance to win the game. And, of course, they couldn't move the ball and get the ball back to the Lions. And, of course, the way the Lions offense was operating, I mean, Goff threw for over 300 yards in that game. So what do you think was going to happen? Like, Amon-Ra, 11 catches for 139 yards. Like, I just know – I know we'll talk about it in a bit, but I just know their defense or whatever they tried to do, they better do something different than what they did against the Lions. That's all.
Right. And so good morning to our brother Trent Pearson. Good morning, Trent. Trent is optimistic. He said the Bears are going to win the Super Bowl. It's what do you say? It's a bold take, but it's a take that's coming from a Bears fan that's faithful. And so Trent, I mean, we like your optimism.
I mean, I'll put it like this: like there's no clear-cut favorite in the NFC. It's open season. It really is. I cannot.
Yeah, Seattle. Seattle is dominant defensively, but they don't have enough offense.
I mean, there's question marks on every
Sam
team.
Donald, right? He's a question mark. Yeah. San Francisco defense is terrible. The Rams, they seem like they're the best team in my opinion for me. But they lose and they blow games late. So it's interesting. It's very interesting. We don't have a pass rush at all, bro. And we can't blitz nobody. Whenever we blitz, we get torched. And so that's not good. It's just a lot wrong with the defense, bro. A lot.
You know what, though? We should have Kyler Gordon back today, which would be a huge upgrade. And I know you mentioned the blitzing part, but I just know in the past when he does his corner blitzes, he usually gets home. So maybe the defense can hold up just a bit just for him to get home.
Yeah, yeah. I'm hoping that it works. We'll see. Yeah, because right now our blitzes are not working. The only blitz we got that really works, bro, is with number 35. You forgot his name. When 35 blitz, that's probably the best blitz that we got. And other than
that-
that, we don't have a blitz.
Is that CJ? Yeah, that's CJ Gardner Johnson.
Gardner Johnson. That's it. And so it's not working right now, bro. It's just not. And so, world, let us know you guys' thoughts on the Bears. But right now, it looks awful. Bro, Miami is back in the national championship. And you can tell I didn't fix this, but let me fix this.
Oh, you fine. The U.
So,
The U is
yes,
back.
Miami, Indiana, bro. Indiana has been, man, they've been dominant.
But it's crazy though, because I was telling my coworker earlier this week that even though Miami,
Y'all gotta
I mean not
excuse me,
Miami,
I'm hot. Whew.
you're fine. Even though Indiana is, the number one team, still undefeated, but don't it, like, in a sense, don't it feel like they're playing with house money though? Like nobody expected Indiana to be here. Like Indiana is doing their
No.
thing, but it's
For me, Indiana's a basketball school.
exactly. So it's like it feels like they're playing with house money, even though they are this dominant team, and they had to go out yesterday and prove to America how dominant this team is. But it still feels like they're playing with house
Don't
money.
forget they had to prove it against Alabama too.
Exactly, because you wasn't a
No.
believer. You wasn't a full believer then.
I was
A lot of people wasn't.
Uh,
A lot of people weren't.
A lot of people wasn't. Until they went and beat the hell out of Alabama. I mean, the game was over just like it was yesterday by the end of the first half.
Yesterday, man, like I thought Oregon would put up more of a fight, but
Me too. Me too. With Lanning and his offensive mind, there's no way you can tell me that they weren't going to put up a fight. They didn't even put up a fight. Indiana manhandled them on both sides of the ball and special teams. That's all three phases of it. And they got out coached.
yeah,
Our guest last weekend, Kerry Knox, he stated that Cincinnati deserved to be the coach of the year.
yeah.
When I sit there and think about it, he right.
Yeah. Yeah. I forgot all about him until we brought him up. I'm like, dang. Like, yeah, that takes the cake.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even sit here and think of Cincinnati, but Cincinnati deserves to be the coach of the year. I mean, you talking about a program, and this is not even with 5-star recruit star.
At all. Not one. Not one.
This is a program that was built from the bottom up, literally, with just guys that's talented, but guys that are hungry, but ain't as talented as guys from Alabama, ain't as talented as guys from Georgia, ain't as talented as even guys from Miami. But yet and still, Indiana, a North team, by the way, guys. This ain't like generally in college football, you get a lot of them South teams, a lot of the South, Georgia, Alabama, Florida, all those Southern teams. But now, Indiana, like a Northern team, just coming in and taking over college football in a way, honestly, Jamar, that not even the SEC. I didn't even think the SEC, when they were dominating, they weren't dominating, let's say, like this. Like in the college football playoff, generally we have competitive games. Think about it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We generally have competitive games. Maybe the only year where we saw a dominant college football playoff with this new format was Georgia, when they beat the hell out of who was that, TCU in the national championship?
Yeah.
Which they didn't belong there. But
No.
this is literally, I've never seen a team just dominate, bro. Like dominate. And let's quickly just talk about it briefly as well, bro. How about the University of Miami, dog? Being back in the national championship, nostalgia. University of Miami, back in the great old days with Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, Jeremy Shockey, all these great NFL players, Hall of Famers, just everywhere. Edgerrin James, him and Ray Lewis walked the team out. I don't know if you saw that.
I ain't get a chance to see that. That's
it was beautiful, man. Ray Lewis and Edgerrin James walked the University of Miami players out for the coin toss. And then for Mississippi, Eli Manning and Patrick Willis walked out
Okay,
the University of Mississippi. And
that's
so,
pretty cool. I
yeah, it
like
was
how
really,
they
really
do that.
nice to see. Yeah, man, it was really nice to see. And Miami, bro, just wouldn't that be a great story, bro, if Miami get back to that prominent glory, get them a national championship? It'd be great for college football. And honestly, bro, if they would have beat Indiana, I would be honestly shocked because Indiana has been that freaking good.
Yeah. Man, it's like you said. You took the word nostalgia. This is very nostalgic. I mean, for years, for me personally, I've been saying like college football is better when the U is relevant, and they definitely been really relevant this year. I know the last couple years they haven't just didn't make it or just didn't get the opportunity, but they backed their way in, and I mean, look, their defense for the most part has caused a lot of problems for other teams. And Carson Beck, the transfer from Georgia, who won two national titles as a backup quarterback, coming in to transferred over to Miami and is leading this team. They're making enough plays out here. They're a gritty team. So I kind of wanted to see this matchup when the semifinals, like we know who the semifinal matchups were. I wanted to see these two in the championship because it's like I want to see, Miami's defense against Indiana's defense. I want to see, what Mendoza does against Miami defense versus what Carson Beck does against Indiana's defense. I want to see it.
Because Miami's defense, I don't know if you get a chance to see Jamar. Miami defense, they fast. Them boys. They come at you like bulls, like Ray Lewis. They got some Ray Lewis in them. I kid you not, they do. They hit a little too hard, but like they come at you like bulls. For real, for real.
Yeah, I want to, and even if it's a low scoring game, I was telling my coworker, like I feel like it's gonna be a good low scoring game. It's not like like say if it's like a 13-7 game, it ain't gonna be like a boring 3-and-out. They can't move. I feel like it'd be like a real battle of the trenches, like bout type, like chestnut checkers type game. That's what I feel like it could be.
Mm-hmm. Right. And so a quick question for you, bro. If which story would be better for college football? Indiana winning national championship with their expectations, or Miami with just Miami being Miami? So, which story would you think would be better?
So, like, even though Miami has the nostalgic appeal, and that would definitely be an outstanding story just to have them relevant again. I think Indiana's just out of nowhere. I mean, of course, it's been a 2-year turnaround because last year they was in the playoffs, got bounced by Notre Dame, and people when we was like, Indiana, they made the playoffs, and it's like, okay, they're not for real. They ain't losing to Notre Dame, but the way this would be a perfect season on top of them being Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Just think about it. Like, this was Alabama with a perfect season and they win. It's like, okay, roll tide, SEC dominance, blah, blah, blah. But this is Indiana. This is not even Ohio State or Michigan with a perfect. This is Indiana. Indiana. Right. The Hoosiers, like you said, basketball. That's a basketball country. This football with Fernando Mendoza throwing more touchdowns than incomplete passes in the college football playoffs so far. Like, that's insane. And if you just watch the boy spin the ball, like, my gosh, he throwing guys open. It just like every time that he throws it, you just expect it to be completed. That's how crazy and efficient that offense is. So it's like just for Indiana come out of nowhere, have a perfect season, beating in dominating fashion, beating the SEC darling of the last 15 years in Alabama, beating the Big Ten darling over the year. Well, not Big Ten, but more so Oregon being a prominent program over the time. Mm-hmm. And then you turn around and you beat the U, who has probably his most nostalgia program that ever is. You beat them in the championship. Like, it means something. That would mean a lot.
Right. It's just so many storylines, man. Indiana storyline, of course. the Hoosiers, who expected them to be here,
No way.
and if they win, it will be how they won, which would be just tremendously impressive, and a super alarming story for college football that you can build a program, Jamar, without 5-star recruits, with guys that are hungry, with great head coaching, great quarterback play, and guys that just want to win. But additionally, bro, I want to put it for Miami, the nostalgia, but also the fact, bro, that they were the last team. Remember, we were just talking about it a month ago between them and Notre Dame and these teams that should have got in, should not have got in. Miami, bro, was the last team selected.
Yep.
And so Ohio State, just last year, they were one of the last teams selected. Because of their regular season losses. But they got in and won a national championship. And so perhaps this is a trend, man. Like, as long as you get into the playoff, this is all that matters, bro. This is literally all that matters. And so it's just what it is. And so we're going to get to, the pick right now. And so, Jamar, I thought Ian would be with us. Perhaps he'll join us shortly. But we got to make a pick, bro. So if you had to pick between Indiana and Miami, who is your pick for the national champion and why?
I will go with Indiana. Their dominance. It's not like it's one thing that they're winning, but it's how they're winning. The eye test, like it is sheer dominance out here. Mendoza and that offense is just efficient and balanced. Defense continue to make plays, pick 6 out the gate and stuff. And it's like they're one of those to where they don't let up. Like you seen the coach didn't even smile into that last touchdown that put him up. He smirked a little bit.
Right.
And it's like there is no letting the foot off the throat type deal. It's like that foot stays on the throat the whole game. It's
remind me a lot of Kirby Smart, man. Really good coach. Remind me a lot of Kirby Smart. That was I wanted to see them two so bad between me and you, Jamar. I wanted to see them so bad. I wanted to see Georgia and Indiana before the playoffs started. I wanted to see them, and I didn't get a chance. But Indiana, man, you're right. I've been watching Cincinnati throughout the regular season. He don't smile a lot. He's like, they are up by 30, right? And he's making sure guys are still in their spots.
Yep.
A lot like Saban was, a lot like our Kirby Smart is. And that's how you win national championships, dog. And Miami, man, what a great story. But my question to Miami is, I think with the great scheming that Indiana has, they got some coaches out there, bro, that's finna get hired, I believe. Because somebody in that organization, bro, is drawing some schemes. They gonna, I believe, try to make Carson Beck win the game. And honestly, bro, I don't know what that Indiana's defense, as you notice, Jamar, they've been dominant all year.
Yeah.
Dominant. They are arguably the best defense in college football. And I don't even think it's close. They have been dominating teams. Think about it. Ohio State didn't do nothing against them.
That was probably the one that if you didn't know, that probably woke up a lot of people how that game went.
Exactly.
How dominant that defense was.
Exactly. Nobody has scored 10 points on them, bro, and like forever. Yet they putting up maybe, who was Penn State?
Maybe that was the one that was probably the one that really pushed them to the brink.
Right. Other than that, who else pushed them? I remember being watching Purdue and Indiana, and I'm like, yeah, Purdue gonna give them a game, man. That game was over with by the first quarter.
And then when they played Illinois, like, Illinois is ranked. They might give them one.
They ran all over Illinois, just ran all over. It was an atrocity.
And then when they went to Oregon early in the year, like people thought, there's no way they're gonna travel across the country
Right.
inside that stadium in Oregon, which is a hard place to play in. But you go out there and win, and then you double down and just beat the brakes off of them yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to be the same team twice. We know that, but
Right.
my gosh,
Exactly. Exactly. And so all these stories, man. Oh, we would love to get a national championship between Ohio State, Indiana. I would love to see Georgia, Indiana. And now we got Miami and Indiana. Miami will be a great story, but Jamar, I just don't know if Miami have enough
I don't
to
think
beat
so.
this team.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard.
It's gonna be
And
hard.
so,
It's gonna be a good game to
yeah,
watch. But as
right.
Indiana is just good. And then the last thing I'll say in regards to all this, so this would be the third straight year that the SEC team won't win.
Facts. Thank you for
That's
pointing that out for me.
that sheer dominance, that aura of the SEC is starting to fade. I'm just saying this could be the
It's
third
over.
straight year that the Big Ten has won. So I'm just something to think
Mhm.
about.
Exactly. Michigan, Ohio State, and yeah, Big Ten is here to stay. It was a post of mine yesterday. Post of mine yesterday, bro. And so the Big Ten is definitely here to stay, bro. They are putting it down now. With this new format, they are putting it down, bro. And so let's have a little fun, bro, with this NFL reactions and overreactions.
Mhm.
So first, bro, is it an overreaction to think that after watching the head coach of vacancies, there's in. So let me get in on. Yeah, morning, bro.
Morning, good morning, good morning. It's having some technical difficulties.
It's all right, bro. It's all right. It's all right. Good to see you, bro. You good?
Yeah. How we doing? How y'all feeling?
Bless,
Very
man.
good.
Bless,
Big,
bro.
it's a
Yeah.
big day for those guys in the back, in Jamar's background.
Oh, big day.
The level of anxiety as a Bears fan this whole week is whew, whew.
Yeah, man. We're gonna talk about that shortly, in. But
Yep.
bro, you just came in, so I got to put you on the spot. Um, we've been talking about the beautiful story, Miami. Uh, just the everything about Miami, the nostalgia, them being back in prominence. It's great for college football, right?
hmm
But we've also been talking about the dominance of Indiana. No five-star recruits, great coaching. Our guest Kerry Knox last week stated that Indiana's coach Signati should be the head coach of the year, and
Yeah,
the way he's looking, like he was totally right, totally right. And
yeah.
so I don't even know why we didn't mention him first last week. We should have mentioned him first for last year when we were talking about 2025. And so that being said, bro, national championship coming up. I need your prediction. Jamar went with Indiana because of just their
Mm.
dominance. And so, as for you, Ian, who do you got, bro, for the national champion? Miami or Indiana?
This is a tough pick. I ain't gonna lie. They both playing with a chip on their shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I wasn't. I won't say I wasn't. Uh, I won't say I didn't believe in Miami, but was questioning like the offense, like their quarterback play. But
Mm-hmm.
them playing against Ole Miss, Carson Beck, he stepped up big time. He showed that he can win them games. You know,
He can
especially on
win a
that last,
game.
yeah, especially on the last drive. It was impressive, and
Very.
Malachi Tony, he is special.
And he young too, bro.
Yeah, he reclassified. He classified up, so he should just be going to college now. He should still be in high school.
Exactly.
So for him to be dominating
Exactly,
like
dog.
that, ain't been killing all year. And their D line, like I told you guys before, when they played Ohio State, I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if they came out and dominated the line of scrimmage. Well, they came out and dominated the line of scrimmage in that game, and then when they played Ole Miss, their defense was still pretty decent, but the offense came to play, and the offense took them down. all the way down the field and the game-winning touchdown. So
That was a great game. Ole Miss played a great game too,
yeah,
man.
yeah, Ole Miss played a good game. And then Indiana, man, Indiana, like I've been saying for the last 2 years, Indiana been on the revenge tour. They lost
Mm-hmm.
their last two losses is to who lost. I mean, who played in the national championship last year, and they just been dominating everybody all year. They had a close game. They had a great close game with Penn State earlier this year. Um, but they got to see Ohio State again in the Big Ten championship. I mean, well, they didn't dominate them, but they got that monkey off their back, beat them by 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
Played Oregon again last night, dominated them. Everybody wanted to talk about the SEC and Alabama, dominated them. Just
I mean,
pure
embarrassed
dominance,
them.
pure
Yeah,
dominance, bro.
shut everybody up right there, including me.
Yeah. So, and then quarterback, he the real deal. He threw for 5 passing touchdowns last night. He didn't even throw for 200 yards. That shows me that when Oregon turned the ball over, it made them pay for it. You're gonna turn the ball over, we gonna score a touchdown. We're not gonna score field goals. We scoring a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
So they're a very disciplined team. They control the line of scrimmage, and I think in this game, that's who's gonna win the game. Whoever controls the line of scrimmage. Now that's tough because Miami defensive line is athletic and just
They are bulls.
they
We was
get
just saying
after
it.
it. They
They
get after it.
bulls and they fast as hell. Them and they
And
linebackers. They are fast. That's Southern fast. That's
yeah,
South
yeah,
fast.
yeah, and man, and Indiana O line, they dominated. I mean, they
They've been
dominated
dominating all
everybody
year,
all
and
year,
right. They've been all
all
year.
year.
And they linebackers for me. Honestly, linebackers
Yeah,
too. They got some
yeah,
of the best
yeah.
linebackers in the country, Jamar.
And
Some
they
of the
got some
best
great,
linebackers in the country.
and they got some great receivers too. It seems like every time I see
Oh
them
yeah.
play, them receivers
What about their
catching
running back,
everything.
dog? What about
Yeah,
their running
yeah,
back?
yeah. Them boys, this is a tough one. So Miami does have the advantage because Miami's, I mean, the way things just went, Miami is actually playing a home game for the national championship.
Exactly.
They're playing at their stadium, they're playing Miami. But mm, either team can, I'll say this, either team can win. But if I had to pick, I'm gonna go with Indiana in a close game.
Okay.
I think Indiana got the better quarterback. And overall team, I think Indiana's maybe probably a better overall team. Now, I'm not saying that I wouldn't be surprised if Miami wins, but I think Indiana, they're both playing with a chip on their shoulder, but I think Indiana has been on a revenge tour. They feel like they got something to prove. They probably feel like everybody think we just a basketball school. Nobody believe in us,
Mm-hmm.
and we ain't never been here before. We don't care about y'all. We're gonna come out, we're gonna play our game, we're gonna dominate the line of scrimmage. They coach, he hardly even he cracked a smile a little bit last night. But he don't even crack a smile. They be blowing people out. He don't even crack a smile.
Right.
So he might
He been
be
like that all year.
and he might be cheesing on the 19th on Martin Luther King Day.
Right.
So I'm gonna go with Indiana. I know the Indiana win. I might have to go down to Bloomington because I know they gonna act a damn fool.
Always been a great party school. Always been a
I
great party school.
I know. That's why I said that. I said that last night. I know.
Yeah. At Purdue, it was boring as hell. But at Indiana, boy, you go to Indiana, Jamar. Oh man. Jamar, we can't hear you. You mute. But
Sorry,
yeah, man.
I was saying, no, I was saying I already know. Like I have alumni relatives from that went to Indiana. I was the outlier that went to Purdue, so
Oh, no. They gonna act a fool, man.
they are, they
They gonna
are.
act a fool.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
man.
I'm gonna go with them, and it's crazy. I seen something yesterday. This is the first time two Adidas schools has played in the national championship since 1998.
Mm, that's a great
No,
statistic.
And won't be no SEC champion again. We haven't had an SEC champion in what, 3 years?
Yep.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
haven't had an SEC champion in 3 years. So
yep.
they could
And be the
you
third
put the
straight.
SEC
If Indiana wins, Jamar, I mean, in this would be the third
third
straight year
straight Big
saying that.
Ten. Yep.
Ooh-wee.
So they could put the SEC talk to bed.
Yep. Yeah, it got put to bed the way Indiana whooped Alabama ass. When they whooped them, bro. Because people like me was firmly believing that South, that SEC, that tradition, that NFL talent was gonna show up. Indiana was gonna be too slow, a little bit too behind the curve. Man, they shut
No.
everybody up on that one, dog.
And I'll say this about Alabama and the SEC. So the transfer portal has changed everything in the NIL, in this NIL era. And with Alabama, I was having a conversation with Terrence last night. We gotta stop thinking that Alabama is that Nick Saban Alabama. They not that no more. Them days is
Nope.
over. So they not gonna dominate like that. They gonna have their times where they play SEC ball, and they still talented. They're still a talented team. They're still capable of going to the playoff, winning it all. But they're not gonna be like we're not gonna see the teams like when they had Devontae Smith,
Mark
Henry Ruggs.
Ingram,
Yeah, we're not
Derrick
gonna see
Henry.
Trent
them
Richardson.
dominant team. No, they're not gonna be like that no more. Cause them
Right.
dudes, they ain't playing their freshman year. They leaving.
Yeah.
They going to Indiana because they offering them more money. They're
Yeah.
going to Texas Tech. They're going to wherever to start or play.
Right.
Correct. They're not, because back then, like, you had 5-star recruits waiting in the wings. As soon as one leaves, you insert
Yep.
another one and just kept going.
Mhm.
Yeah, nah.
And we
Bag
was
get
talking
thrown
about
around. It's a wrap.
even Derrick Henry said he was on his verge of transferring. He said he wasn't playing 5-star. I'm like, I ain't playing. But Nick Saban talked him into it, and so
History was made.
they ain't doing that these
Wow.
days. They
Mm-mm.
going to get
That's
that
over.
new. They're going to get that new NIL deal for a meal, 2 or 5.
And that's
They
why
gone.
Nick left.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's why he left. That's exactly why he left.
Because he knew he wasn't gonna be winning those natties no more.
Yeah, you can't control him now. I mean, it's tough.
Yeah, man. And so, fellas, NFL reactions and no reactions. Let's have some fun with this. And so, we're gonna go with you, Jamar, and then you, Ian. And so, fellas, first, is it a no reaction to think that after watching the recent head coaching vacancies after recent firings from organizations, that this head coaching market is one of the sexiest head coaching markets that we have seen in recent years? We got guys like John Harbaugh. We got, I mean, who's to even say it? If Mike Tomlin, we'll talk about that. If he lose Monday, I mean, we got Mike McDaniel. We got Brian Flores. We got a lot of nice candidates out there. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think it is one of the best ones out there. I mean, when we found out that John Harbaugh got let go, it really like amplified this coaching carousel per se. I mean, and then of course we found out about McDaniel the following day. But nevertheless, John Harbaugh is the cream of the class here. But you still got Kevin Stefanski that's out
Two-time
there.
coach of the year.
Yep.
Mike McDaniel, great offensive mind.
you got
Brian
that one.
Flores about to be interviewed. Raheem Morris, he's finished strong in Atlanta. A lot of people feel like he should not have got fired.
Yeah, I
It's
agree with him. I don't know. I may feel like they might have made the wrong decision and fired him kind of early.
yeah, he has some nice
Kinda get
momentum, man, over there. But I was hearing rumors that he was gonna be fired after they was 3-7. That Art Blank was gonna fire him after they was 3-7. He had his mind made up.
I mean, the only thing I can't defend is how like incomplete or like just underachieving that offense was. You got all that talent and you just couldn't like figure it out. It makes no sense to me. That part. Everything else, like, yeah, they definitely fought hard to finish strong, but it's like you shouldn't have even been at that position to begin with. That's how. But yeah, nevertheless, like it's definitely. I'm definitely very interested in this coaching cycle this year. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. What about you, Ian?
I don't know. It's been tough. I think with Mike McDaniel, I think we all seen that coming. John Harbaugh.
We
I don't
saw.
know
I
if
mean,
he.
everything we've been. If I mean, Ian, bro, we've been predicting this shit. Excuse my French. We've been
Yeah,
predicting this for months on the podcast. We've been talking about Baltimore for months. Philly. I
yeah,
mean, Philadelphia. I mean, Pittsburgh for months. Raheem Morris for months. Brian, all of them. And so
yeah,
to see it happen is just. It's like another walk in the park because we've been
yeah.
obviously,
I mean, I did see something. I don't know if it's true or not, but I seen that is Baltimore. I think some of the reason why he got fired was because he didn't want to let go his
Nah,
offensive
Monken.
coordinator. Yeah, so I don't know how true that is. That's a tough situation.
Do you guys also think it was because of him not using Derrick Henry the right way?
I'm pretty sure that's a factor into it. Like,
Yeah,
cause
but
we
they just simply weren't getting it done, in my opinion.
at
Too
all.
talented.
Like the last 3 years, like yeah, there've been some unfortunate things. Like John Harbaugh can't control that Zay Flowers fumbled at the goal lines. John Harbaugh can't control that Mark Andrews dropped the pass and
Jesus.
fumbled the ball, and he can't
The
control
missed
that
field
his
goal this
kicker
year.
got him fired. That missing the field goal. But we can control. He could control the fact that back in that Kansas City game, for whatever reason, you only chose to run the ball 8 or 9 times in that game, and you're at
At
home.
at home in the championship game.
You could control that, or the
Definitely.
fact that you was up like double digits against the Patriots a couple of weeks ago, and you just stopped giving Derrick Henry the ball. Like what are we doing? You're not maximizing your offense. There's a reason why you brought
You
Derrick
stop
Henry
also
in.
giving him the ball week 1 against Buffalo. You win any of
So
those games, you win the North easy
you
probably.
brought in Derrick Henry for a reason to probably extend the life of Lamar Jackson and make your offense that dangerous, where it's hard to like pick and choose which one you're gonna pick. Like I kid you not, Ian. If I played you in Madden, I'm running a read option with the Ravens. Like pick your
Exactly.
poison.
When I play somebody hit Madden, they play. I already know what they're gonna do with Lamar.
Why wouldn't you?
Exactly.
But apparently
That's
Harbaugh won't.
yeah. And I get it. You have to protect them. You got to protect your asset, but you got to keep it. You got to keep it balanced. You have to use him. He can throw. He can do everything. I heard Randall Cunningham say the other day. He felt like Lamar Jackson is the greatest African American quarterback ever. And I can't say that I did. And I can't say that I disagree. As far as
He's
talent
very
wise,
accomplished.
in the conference, the only thing he missing is a Super Bowl championship. And I feel like he should
He
at
played
least
his yeah.
at least been there at least one time. So I mean, I do get it. Like I was saying a couple weeks ago, I just think it's time for it's just time for some new scenery for both parties. They had a good run. They had some great teams, but uh, I think Pete Carroll got fired because with them having the number one pick, I think they're gonna take a new quarterback, and I think they
Exactly.
just
And they
wanted
want a
to.
younger coach, maybe a younger coach that could.
And more so, Pete Carroll ain't there for a rebuild. You're there to
Yeah,
win.
and they did a win, and that didn't work out too well. So hopefully,
Yeah.
I got
I don't know. Hopefully, they get that
I got
together.
some side note breaking news. I guess for uh per se. And I'm more so highlighting the Bears here, but the All Pros team came out, both
Oh,
teams.
really?
Mhm.
So Joe Tooney is a first team All Pro.
He
Kevin
deserves
Byard
it, yes.
is a first team All Pro.
He
Deserve
deserved
it.
it.
And this one here, I'm kind of happy for him. This is second team, but Darnell Wright, second team All Pro right tackle.
Oh wow,
He had a good
Darnell
year
Wright.
though.
Okay.
He had a
He
good
had a
year.
great
He
year too,
started off
man.
slow, but it picked up right
Oh
after
yeah,
that bye.
yeah,
He picked up real quick. But so yeah, I'm
yeah,
happy
yeah.
for him.
He had a good year.
Oh,
A lot of
even
guys
Kyle
in the
Pitts make
trenches.
oh my lord, Kyle Pitts made all teams second pro.
He
I
had a
mean,
good
he is
year.
so
He only had
talented,
5 touchdowns,
man.
but he had a good year, bro. He had
And
a
he
good
and
year.
he picked it up towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
Cal Pitts is just a huge what if, bro. If Cal Pitts get I don't know, dude could be
The
a
right offensive.
damn monster.
He could.
Like
I feel like he
Jamar, he
is
could be a
talent wise.
monster,
He
man.
is. He
Talent
is.
wise, I feel like he's better than Travis Kelce and a whole bunch of guys. I feel like with
That's
the right
probably
offensive
why
coordinator,
Raheem Morris got fired, dog, because he got some
quarterback.
killers in Atlanta. He
Yeah.
got
I
some
think I
talent
think he
over there.
could. I
Yeah.
think he could really be. I think he could really be special, but I don't know. They got, and you know what? It's, to speak to the Raheem Morris situation. I feel like I don't know who decision it was. Even the GM got fired, so I don't know who decision it was with the
It had to be
quarterback
awful, man. It had to
with
be
the
awful.
quarterbacks with the
Oh, with the
quarterback
quarterback. Okay, that part.
situation. Yeah, yeah. I don't
Uh,
because that didn't go too well. They gave Kirk
That's
Cousins
what
a
probably
hundred
that got
million.
him fired, Ian.
Yeah, they gave Kirk Cousins what 100 million after him coming off a Achilles injury,
yep.
which I mean he's not a runner, so I mean it matters, but I mean he ain't gonna be running around scrambling for more time anyway. But I mean coming off an Achilles injury and getting $100 million deal is crazy,
That
but
is like, dude, his age is the real
nevertheless.
MVP.
Yeah, for
Even
sure, for sure. Then you turn around like a month or two later, and you go draft the top 10 quarterback out of the draft. Nobody seen that coming. That was like the surprise of the whole draft that year.
Exactly.
So I
you had to
mean,
GM had to explain to Arthur Blank right on screen, like, what are we doing?
yeah.
No, facts. Y'all remember that? I remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So I think that situation probably got both of them fired.
And the
And it
CEO
Yeah.
didn't
got
work out.
fired.
And yeah,
Yeah.
and it didn't work out. They got probably the
Yeah.
most talented running back in the game. Arguably, uh, if you want to say
Drake
he the best
London
running
is a
back in the
beast
game,
too, dog.
man, Drake London is nice. They got Darnell Mooney. Darnell Mooney catch the ball. Cal Pitts. They got some
So
talent over there, man.
speaking of which, just looking back on this All Pro team, I find this one I'm about to say is very fascinating. So there's an all purpose player, I guess, as part of an all pro team. They put an all purpose player. So
Bijan
here's the
Robinson.
deal. So Bijan is a first team running back, all pro, but he's a second team all purpose player. Like, that's
Damn.
crazy. You on both teams.
That,
You're on both teams. I don't.
that's probably why Raheem got fired. And
And they had a
especially
record that
guys,
they
think
had.
about it. In
And he's
the
supposed to be
NFC
defensive minded.
South, it ain't like the NFC South guys is the NFC West. Anybody
Correct.
can win that division. New
That
Orleans, the
NFC
worst team in the division, beat everybody.
exactly. That NFC South. Back in the day, they had Matt Ryan, you had Cam Newton, you had Drew Brees. That NFC South don't look like that no more.
No,
So I mean, man,
no.
it's
When
Division. Everybody in the NFC South believe they got a chance next year. Everybody.
yeah, it's every year now. I mean, the Bucks have had their run, but they Baker Mayfield. We was on the Baker Mayfield train, and Baker
Yeah.
he
he
wasn't baking
unraveled.
this. He wasn't
Yeah.
baking this year.
He was
He wasn't
burning
big.
everything. Turn that oven
Yeah,
off, dog.
Yeah, dog.
Right.
Go
Real
pick up the recipe book and come back next
lot
year.
of bad decision making. A lot of bad decision making by Baker Mayfield. I know
Hey,
people wanted to blame Todd Bowles, but a lot of that fell on Baker too, man. He did a lot of bad decision making. A
hey,
lot of
Jamar.
bad turnovers.
Every time I think about Baker Mayfield, I think about that video you made of him for the fantasy football. Every time I think about Baker Mayfield, man, and I was like, damn, I got on the Baker Mayfield train, and he just went on the downslope this year. I was like, God,
He started off strong and then it
he
went
did,
downhill
he
quick.
did. They were doing good, and I don't know them couple weeks, and they just couldn't get it together.
I guess them injuries started to pile up,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
think he started to force it too much at that point instead of allowing
Right.
the
That's
talent
the
around.
thing for me, Jamar,
yeah.
is you see the Bucks offense and you like, man, if they could just stay focused, they could be really freaking good. They go right down the field, get a touchdown, and then run down the field again. Jamar and Baker throw a pick in the red zone. Baker.
Like, it's so demoralizing. And then the last thing with these teams, I just want to point out the quarterback. Stafford is first team All Pro. The second one here, this one is deserving. He's young, but Drake May, second team All
Yeah,
Pro.
Drake May had a hell of a
He
year.
deserves it. That he might be 1 or 2 for MVP. It's between him and Bo Nix.
He might win.
I
Right,
think Drake
it's
May
between
gonna
him
win.
and Bo. It's
Yeah.
between him and Bo. One of them brothers gonna get MVP.
No, Bo. That's Bo's my guy, but he not winning.
Okay, you think it's Drake?
I think it's Drake because I felt like until like the last couple of weeks, it was between Drake May and Matthew Stafford, and the way the Rams started to lose. Like, I think when they lost to the Falcons, I think that probably kicked him out the door, put it Drake.
Yeah, Mm-hmm.
But do you guys think that Bo should be in that top 3 somewhere? Because
No, I give him
they
top
are
5. I can't give him top 3. And
Let me look.
okay.
it's
Let me
not
look at his
because
stats.
of like number 1 seed. I get it, but it's between the storyline and the Broncos as a whole. Like I feel like their defense takes away from his chances of winning per se.
Because of
That's
the
what it
great
feels like.
defense.
Yeah, and they always
Okay.
highlight how good the defense is, and then Bo Nick's not like effing it up type deal, as opposed to Bo Nick going
Oh
out there and
no,
winning it.
they numbers. No, Drake May winning MVP. So
Then he threw for
uh,
like 4,700 yards or something like that. Like he threw for
yeah,
a lot.
he threw 4,300
Yeah,
yards,
there it is.
31. I gotta
Mhm.
say it like Gilly the Kid. 4,300 yards, 31 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Yeah. So
Mm.
and I think Bo Nix got like 30. He got like 37, 25 touchdowns, like 11 picks.
Yeah,
Right. So 4,700 is Matthew Stafford, fellas.
that's
4,700
what it is.
yards,
And what's name got
46
43.
touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Almost 4,400.
It's gonna be Drake.
31 touchdowns, 8. No, dog. The way it's looking like, it look like it's Matthew Stafford for me, fellas. When I look at the numbers here,
I think
they both got
you know
8
what?
interceptions. They both got
Yeah.
8 interceptions. But Matthew Stafford, Jamar, 4,700 yards compared to 4394 with Drake May. Matthew Stafford also got 46 touchdown passes. Drake May only got 31, dog.
It's gonna be one. It's gonna be one of them. You
He
know
only got
what?
31.
I think so. This gonna be the deal breaker. Drake May and them, they are the number 1 seed, and they have the better record. But I think, uh, I was saying when Matthew Stafford went on that run where he didn't throw no picks he didn't throw picks for like 3 months,
Right.
and then he went against Carolina and he threw like 2 picks, and then they lost in Carolina, which is crazy. They played them this weekend.
Yeah, they play
So
him today
yeah,
to
play them
start off the
today.
playoffs.
Yep, play them today again. So it's gonna be between them. I thought that he gave Drake May a way to get in to win it, but statistically, they both had a great year. But Matthew Stafford was on fire at one point. He kind of chilled off, but they still got the job done. But he was on fire. I think he had like 25 touchdowns. There's only they gonna have like 1 or 2 picks at that time, I believe.
Yeah, something like that. It was an amazing stat.
Yeah, he was on fire. So
Mhm.
it'll be between those two. I don't think it's gonna really be between nobody else. Um,
Right,
it'll
right.
probably be between
But for me, I'm telling you my pick now, Ian. It's
got Big
Stafford,
Mac,
bro.
got Stafford.
It's Matt because when
Yeah,
I
I
look
can't
at the
argue with that.
numbers, 4,700 yards compared to his 4,394. Both threw 8 interceptions, but the thing for me is 46 touchdowns for Matthew Stafford compared to Drake May's 31. You gotta give it to Matthew Stafford. You got to.
Yeah,
The man threw 15 more touchdown passes than him.
yeah.
Yeah.
When you got
So
Puka Nacua and you got Devontae Adams leading the league in touchdown catches, then I mean that's pretty nice to have.
yeah, they got some talent over there in LA, man. And so that's gonna be interesting, man. We're gonna see what happens with that. But Ian, bro, secondly, is it an overreaction to think that after watching the Chicago Bears play this past weekend and see how their defense has looked for most of the season, that there is cause for great concern this weekend versus the Packers tonight?
Um. So before I give you my answer on the defense, man, I seen a video yesterday the press conferences from the Packers. Man, them Packers is talking crazy. Like the
Are
Packers,
they talking trash? They talking trash?
they talking crazy. Like the Packers say one of the players, I think it was Keyshawn Nixon, the one that got the touchdown caught on him against DJ
Number
Moore.
25. He don't like the Bears.
Yeah,
He don't like them.
I
He
mean,
the
yeah,
one that got to pick them. He the one that
the
got to
pick.
pick
They got the
in the
pick against
first
Cole
game.
Kmet. Yep.
But then he
He's
the one that got most
oh yeah.
against
DJ
Yeah,
Moore, yeah.
the game winner
So
against
they,
DJ Moore. Yeah.
I think him or somebody else said they said it would have been cool to. They said it would have been cool to play the Eagles, but we want the
Mm.
Bears. Defensive coordinator said we gonna see them next week. I said, ooh. I mean, I've been about Christian Washington said they ain't want to play nobody else. They want to play them Bears. And they don't care about. They
Mm.
want to play them Bears. They feel like the
Mm.
Bears not good, so they gonna come. The Bears got to come and they
They
got to
got
come
to
and shut
show it
them up.
again.
They got to
They
come
got
and
to
shut them
shut
up.
them up.
But
They got to
nevertheless,
shut Big Bro up.
I
It's like
do
the
think
big brother beating up the little brother.
yeah. But
They got their
nevertheless,
monkey off their back, but they got to really prove it now. Because remember, we said 3 weeks ago, we said, I don't know if you remember, we said the Bears will likely see the Packers again come wild card weekend. Here we are.
yep. Uh-huh. So I do think it's a little bit concerning. I think they need to get out to the quarter. They got to get out to Jordan Love today. They got to get out to Jordan Love today. We know that they can get turnovers. They've been doing that all year. But you would like to see you would love to see them get, a little pressure on the quarterback, kind of dominate the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. Just a little bit.
Can they get any pressure, Jamar? I mean, Ian, bro, because they don't get none.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing today. Get some pressure on Jordan Love,
Love.
um, and dominate the line of scrimmage. I do think they can get some turnovers. I do think Jordan Love, he'll turn that ball over. So I think that's a big thing for them. I think the defense is a little concerning now. Detroit did my Detroit boys. They did what they wanted to do with them last week, but I do think Detroit just has their number. I think Detroit just has their number for whatever reason. But I I feel like they should beat the Packers, but Bears got to play with a chip on their shoulder today. They got to play with a chip on their shoulder today, and the
They
defense
got to come in realizing that they're the
yeah,
underdogs, which they are.
yeah, yeah, and the
The
defense got to
Packers are
come.
favored. You know that, right?
Yeah,
And the Packers are
yeah,
favored.
yeah.
Yeah.
The defense got to come and play like, no, we belong here. This ain't no fluke. We get turnovers because we get damn good defense. That's how they got to come out and play. They can't come out and play like they played last week. They can't come out last days of cool. It's win or go home. Ain't no tomorrow. And this is your
Right.
biggest rivalry. We at home. The defense got to come out and set the tone for the game. Put
Exactly.
them to bed.
Exactly.
Put them to bed. They want to talk crazy in the media. Let's settle it on the field. Like Spurlock used to say, huh,
Right.
hey, strap it up. This shit is live. It's gonna be live
Mm-hmm.
tonight. It's gonna be live
Hey,
tonight.
bucket your shit. Bucket your shit.
Shit, yep.
Bucket
It's
your
gonna be
shit.
live.
This
It's
shit is live. Bucket your
live.
shit.
That's right.
That's facts, bro. And when he say that, boy, we get the head busting out
I'll be
there.
like, oh shit.
You run across that middle, we gonna crack your ass. Like that's
This shit is
exactly
live.
what
Yep.
it was. This shit is live. And so, yes, sir, bro. Yes, sir. Bring that nostalgia back. And so, yeah, man. Next, bro. Is it an overreaction to think that if the Pittsburgh Steelers lose wild card weekend to the Texans, bro, in a bad fashion, that Mike Tomlin's job is still safe going into the offseason? That even if they lose, that Mike Tomlin's job is still safe going into the offseason. And even if they were to lose badly, that his job is still safe going into the offseason. Is it an overreaction to think that?
This is a tough one because so
Mm,
he's never had a losing season.
right.
So I'm all for coaches getting a chance to develop a team. Give them a chance to work. Everybody think everything gonna happen overnight. It's not gonna happen overnight. Nevertheless, he's been there a while. They ain't been to the big game in a while. He's one of the great coaches of the NFL. What Jamar said, I don't have the warm and fuzzies about this. I feel like I'm 50-50. I feel like, if they lose, he could get fired, but they went to the playoffs, but you know what? It's like the same song though, too. Go to the
Right.
playoffs, lose in the first
Lose
round,
wild card weekend.
lose wild card weekend, they get a bye, they lose. and back to the drawing board again. So the organization could take that route. You be like, you know what, you're not getting us over the hump no more. We appreciate the wins. They could look at it that way, or they could look at it as we have to do something new, Mike. Like we gotta get to that next level. We still getting
Right.
stagnant. We keep running into the same wall. We're starting to be stagnant now, which is good. A lot of teams would love to go to the playoffs every year and have a chance to lose, but they don't. So
Right.
you can't be ungrateful in that regard. But got to be realistic. Like, okay, we get in here. We good enough to get here. You're a good enough coach to get us here. But at some point, we got to get over the hump. It's almost like now it's almost like he's Mark Jackson with the Warriors when they couldn't get over the hump. Steve Kerr came over there, came over the hump. Same thing with similar situation with John Harbaugh. Maybe they just need somebody to get him over the hump.
Even Toronto. Remember with Toronto, Dwayne Casey?
Yep,
Dwayne Casey
with
was
that
getting
shit.
them to the conference finals every year,
Nick
bro.
Nick
They kept
Nurse, he
losing
got
to
lucky.
LeBron. They kept losing to
Uh-huh.
LeBron. But
LeBron
Nick
go
Nurse
west.
came in.
First year, LeBron go west. They trade DeMar. They get Kawhi. Go to the
Uh-huh.
championship. KD get injured. Just how life work out sometimes.
Exactly.
Champion. So
Exactly.
I mean, I'm 50-50 with that one. He could, but maybe it depends on how they lose. They come out and get dominated Monday night, which I think they're gonna come out and get dominated Monday night. Their defense
You
haven't
think
been playing good.
Texas gonna beat the hell out of them? You think Texas gonna come
Yeah,
in?
the Texans
They
defense
are
is
playing the
tough.
hottest team going into the playoffs, by the way.
Yeah, their defense is tough,
They ain't the
and
one of the hottest. They are the hottest. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if they got. I don't know if the Pittsburgh offense is gonna be able to do anything Monday night. Aaron
Right.
Rodgers gonna have to come out and play like 25 to 30-year-old Aaron Rodgers, and I don't know if he capable. I don't know if he capable of that no more consistently. He give you throws like last week. Last week was
He
a
gonna
great
have to play
game.
like he played in the fourth quarter versus Baltimore.
Yeah, but he gonna
He
have to play
balled
like
out in
that
that fourth.
all game, not fourth
Exactly.
quarter.
Right.
He gonna play like that all game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't,
Exactly.
and I don't know if he's gonna be able to do that against that defense.
Right. And so this is huge, man. This is huge
Yeah, that's
because
a
if
huge
they
game. I'm looking
lose,
forward to that game.
right? If they lose and Mike Tomlin come on the coaching market, then the coaching market becomes really sexy.
Yeah,
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 becomes
big
really
time.
sexy. Right.
If I don't know if I was teams, I would kind of like. I don't know. I would kind of like wait until next week to see if if they win. If they win, then it's like okay. I don't know if he become available or they decide to part ways. That's gonna be tough. Like you said, it's gonna be.
Team's gonna be scrambling. He's gonna instantly become the top candidate over
Oh yeah,
everybody.
definitely.
Yeah, he's
And
gonna become the top
let's
candidate.
just say for shits and giggles they lose Monday night. They get blown out or they lose in a close game. Let's say him and Pittsburgh decide to go different ways. He could be like he don't want to coach no more. He could decide that maybe he just don't want to be a head coach no more for a while or take a break. So it's that weekend. Uh, gotta see what they gonna
Right.
do.
Right. Facts. Yeah. And so next, bro, we stand in Pennsylvania. Is it an overreaction to think that after watching Nick Sirianni last weekend, bro, rest all of his starters, right, in the regular season finale versus the Commanders, and drop their opportunity for the second seed because they're the third seed, drop their opportunity because the Bears lost. If they didn't rest their starters in Philadelphia would get the second seed. We be playing the Rams. Drop their opportunity for the second seed in the playoffs. That if they lose, there will be a lot of people pointing again, as already has been done before, to the bad decision making of Nick Sirianni. If they lose, would this make him look good, or will people begin to point to the bad decision making that he's done in the past? In which people, I know he won a Super Bowl last year, but it was people calling for his job that year when they lost to Tampa in the wild card round. Even though he's been a great and successful head coach, he's done some boneheaded stuff.
Yeah. Um. No, I don't think so. I just think he wanted to
I'm not
rest
saying
him.
that they're gonna fire him. I'm not saying that,
Yeah,
bro. I'm
yeah.
just saying that people would just be kind of. It would add to rumors about him. Is he capable? Is
I
his
mean,
decision making like
I don't think
good?
so. I don't think
Is
so.
that
The
good
only
enough to lead our organization going forward for years to come? Like, will people begin to evaluate him seriously more on it and critique him more if they
they
lose?
shouldn't. I don't think they should. I mean, for for
Okay.
crying for crying out loud, y'all just won the Super Bowl last year and y'all dominated Patrick Mahomes. Like, and y'all going to the playoffs again. So it's not like they ain't making the playoff. Now, the only thing I had a problem with last year was him resting the starters was I wanted to see Saquon Barkley get the record. That was the only thing. But I mean, other than that, I don't really see a problem with it. They gotta get that offense together. I think that's the biggest thing more than anything. That offense
Mhm.
gotta, that offense gotta get going and get back to, the offense that we seen last year. Get that passing game going, more efficient and more, yeah, just more efficient with AJ Brown and Devontae Smith and those guys, which they're capable of doing it. Um, they just got to figure some things out internally. But no, I mean playoffs. They won the Super Bowl. They're the defending world champions, so they defending their title. Um, I don't think so. I think sometimes we could be as fans. I think sometimes we could be spoiled and be for for crying out loud, they played until February last year. They're doing it again. So give
Right.
them a break. It's not like they didn't go to the playoffs. Normally, when the team win the Super Bowl, they miss the playoffs. Everybody get hurt, but they in the playoffs. They still a pretty good team. They just been going through some things internally and trying to figure things out offensively, and they gonna be all right.
Right. Gotcha, bro. Gotcha. Gotcha. And so, lastly, and this is an important one, bro. Is it an overreaction to think that after seeing that there will be no Lamar Jackson, no Joe Burrow, or Patrick Mahomes in the AFC playoffs, that this is the best opportunity for Josh Allen to lead this Buffalo Bills team to the Super Bowl?
Hell yes. You ain't gotta you don't gotta go through like you say Joe Burrow, Lamar, no Patty. This is it. This is it. You've been
Right.
losing to Patty every year. Now, we're saying that doesn't mean that the Jaguars are a slouch because the Jaguars have been fucking balling. Trevor Lawrence looks like the number one pick, how he was projected to be, how he's supposed to been playing. They on
Mhm.
fire as a team, and they gotta go to Jacksonville.
It's a
Trevor
tough
Lawrence has a
sled,
play.
man.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence has a playoff win, so he got a little playoff experience. So
You still got
yeah, but
C.J. Stroud.
still
You
got
still
CJ
got
Stroud.
Drake
Yeah,
May and Bo Nix.
yep. So and they got some good teams, man, with coaches with experience with being in the playoffs. So not, I mean, yeah, as far as him having to play one of those great quarterbacks and playing his kryptonite Patrick Mahomes, yeah, this is their year. James Cook led. He was the rushing leader this year. Nobody really
Mhm.
talks about that. He don't get the respect he deserves, I think, just because they got Josh Allen. Which, Josh Allen, he's a great quarterback, but that team that team runs the way it does too because of James Cook.
Cousin James Cook. Yeah.
So yeah, this is his best year to get to the bowl, man. He got to get it done, bro. He got to get it
Mm-hmm.
done, bro. This
Right.
the year. But it's not. I'm not saying that it's gonna be easy though either. Like you just said,
Right.
they got some them teams. Some of them teams are high, especially them Jaguars. The teams that I wouldn't want to play in the playoffs right now is coming to the playoffs is the Jaguars, the Texans, and it's a team in the NFC.
For
Jaguars,
me, I wouldn't
Texans,
want to play the Rams.
and yeah, and the Rams. I wouldn't want to play them.
I wouldn't want to play them.
So no Jaguars, man. They hot, bro. They hot. Hot because they
Yeah,
done won what 8? They won like 8 or 9 games in a row, I think.
eight,
Yep,
eight in a
eight.
row.
Yep, yep. So and they
Yeah.
got to go to
And
Jacksonville.
Houston,
So
I won what 9 out of 10.
yep, 9 out of 10. So yeah, it ain't gonna be sweet, but you don't got to play those guys. So
Right.
this is definitely his best chance, and I think the window for Buffalo is starting to close. It's starting to
Right.
close.
Right. That's a good point. In that window's starting to close, so I know they might have to go on the road in order to get this done because they're a
And they
wild card
might,
team.
and let's just say if they lose, let's just say if they lose to Jacksonville, going to the new stadium next year and they don't do nothing again, Sean McDermott might have to look to go a different way because then you got to look at them as almost like the Mike
Mhm.
Tomlin situation and John Harbaugh situation. You can't get us over the hump. Championship game, whether it's at home on the road, we losing the Patty. We can't get over the hump
Mhm.
either. So they don't get it done this year, even get to the Super Bowl. Mm,
Mhm. And that's a good point. In that the stadium is going to be ready by the preseason.
yeah,
That stadium in Buffalo, which is right next door to the old stadium, is going to be ready in July. And so I'm gonna be really interested to see how that stadium look in Buffalo for real. For real. So yeah, bro. Man, I hope those NFL reactions and overreactions, bro, hit home. I hope that they all made sense, bro. But this is the best opportunity, man, for Josh Allen. I know he got to go on the road, but
yeah,
this is the best opportunity for Josh Allen to get to the Super Bowl because every team that we mentioned, they don't either have a lot of experience or they have some flaws. And so this is his opportunity, regardless of him being in the wild card. And so, with that being said, bro, let's make our NFL picks for the weekend. We got a variety of games happening wild card weekend, bro. And so, let's break down who we got and why, and go from there. And so,
mm,
bro, Rams and Panthers. I wish Jamar was here because if so, he could pull out the button, but
yeah.
he's not here. And so I don't know if you going with your Panthers, bro. But
Uh,
I'm letting you know in advance now. I'm not going with your Panthers, dog.
yeah, I know that. uh, man, Rams and the Panthers. Rams helmet tatted on my arm, but the Panthers is my
Mm.
team. Cam Newton will be in attendance. Uh,
They gonna need
mm,
all the Panther faithful they could use. They gonna need all the Panther faithful they could use in order to
so
pull this
I'll
one
say
off, man.
this: the Panthers did beat them this year at home. It is hard to beat somebody twice in the season. Um, Matthew Stafford ain't gonna come to play today. So I'll say this: I'm gonna pick the Rams. I just don't want to see. I want to see Bryce Young look like the Bryce Young from Alabama in modern day, like he has looked in most of the games this year. I don't want to see the Bryce Young that played these last couple of weeks. I don't want to see that Bryce Young. I just want them to be competitive. They competitive. That's fine with me. But I do think the Rams will get it done. I think the Rams get them this time. But they playing at home. It's gonna be an energy filled stadium. The stadium gonna be on fire. Maybe they set the tone. But if I had to pick, I'll pick the Rams on that one.
Yeah, I'm picking the Rams, bro. Cancun. Um, we'll see how the Panthers do though. This is national game, bro. This is the time to
Yeah.
put people on notice. This is the time to
Yep.
put people on notice. So we see what Carolina do at this moment. Packers and the Bears, bro. Who you got for this one?
I can't pick the Packers. I never picked the Packers.
Right, right, right.
I'm gonna pick the
Yeah.
Bears, but the Packers coming in with a chip on their shoulder. Like I said, they've been talking crazy in the media, but the Bears got to come out there with a bigger chip.
Yep.
I do think uh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the Bears. Uh, I just hope that I'm gonna go with the Bears. Hopefully, the defense come out and set the tone of the game. And if the defense come out and set the tone, I think the Bears will be all right.
The defense have to come to play today. They have to.
They gotta shut down. They gotta shut down. They when I say shut down, they gotta shut them down. They gotta shut down Christian Watson. They gotta shut down Antonio Dobbs. Those are the two people that needs to be held in check. They gotta shut them down. I'd rather for Jacobs to eat, but shut them receivers down. Our key today is our secondary defensive line. They gotta come to play, man. Defense linebackers gotta hit some people. They gotta be smart. They gotta drop in their coverages. Lance Briggs, Jerry Azuma. I don't know if you ever watched that podcast, bro, with Jerry Azuma. Sometimes Corey Rudin on there, Lance Briggs.
Yeah, I catch some of their clips sometimes.
And they talk of they just roasting the Bears defense and how awful they are.
Yeah, they gotta
They
come
were
play with
roasting them last week. They gotta come play, man, because if they don't, Packers are gonna be able to do what they want. And if the Packers are able to do what they want to control the clock like they did the first two games, then Bears are going home, bro.
Yeah.
Bears gotta come to play defense today because the Packers are a well-coached team. They're a very good football team, actually. Don't let these injuries fool you.
Yep.
Before these injuries, we had Green Bay as probably a Super Bowl favorite. Let's not forget that.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not like this is just some scrub-ass football team coming into your stadium. This is a very good football team. Bears got to prove to Big Brother that we are here, we belong, and that we are not going to let you just punch all on us and beat on us. Experts for the NFL all got the Packers, most of them. They even predicted that the Packers are going to beat the hell out the Bears. Dan Orlovsky. I find that very disrespectful.
Nobody picked the Bears this week.
Well, one person did, Stephen A. Smith. And so I believe that the Bears, they have to get turnovers. The defensive line got to get pressure. And honestly, the Packers, man, they haven't won a game since the injury
Micah Parsons.
of Micah Parsons. That says a lot for me, bro. So for that reason, Saturday night, give me my Bears. And I'm not saying that just because I'm a Bears fan. I believe the Bears got a very good opportunity to win this game because of a team that has really been plagued by injuries. And I think that shows tonight, bro, in the biggest stage. Give me the Bears. Bills and Jaguars. Man, you talking about a game right here, bro. This should be fireworks, dog.
Man,
This should be fireworks right here. Bills and Jaguars. This should be fireworks.
I'm going Jags on this one. I don't think they on fire. I'm liking what Trevor doing over there. Their defense is balling. It seems like they in tune with each other as a team. I'm going Jags, man. They ain't even got Travis Hunter. That's what's crazy. They started with
Right.
right after he got hurt. I'm going Jags. They at home. I'm gonna go Jags.
For me, bro, I'm gonna take man, this is hard. Man, because I know who Josh Allen is. We all know who Josh Allen is.
Mm-hmm.
We know how great of a player he is. We know who James Cook is. We know the Buffalo Bills pedigree. Sean McDermott is a great head coach. But they're going up against Jacksonville in Jacksonville. Second hottest team in football right now. A team that nobody wants to play. Trevor Lawrence is playing out of his mind. I'm gonna go with the Bills though, and the reason why I'm gonna go with the Bills, bro, is because the best player on the field for me is not Trevor Lawrence. For me, it's Josh Allen, and so I think this game comes down to fireworks, bro. And I think Josh Allen, he shows us why he's Josh Allen, dog. It's like a Patrick Mahomes almost. I got the Bills, bro. So give me the Bills. Yeah. And so the Niners at the Eagles, bro. Talk about this one. Niners, hot offense. They got cooled off last week against Seattle. But the Niners, also a hot team. Probably the hottest team in the NFC, dog. Probably the hottest team in the NFC outside of that loss to Seattle last week. They going up against Philadelphia, the defending Super Bowl champions. These some hard games to pick, dog. Who you got for this one?
I'm gonna go Eagles.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Eagles. I think the Eagles still get it done.
Mm, okay. And as for me, bro, I'm gonna go with the Niners. I think the Niners are the better team. I think the Eagles get in their way. And I think the Eagles end up chasing the Niners from behind. And the Niners, I think, bro, just gonna put up buckets. Brock Purdy gonna put up buckets. And it's gonna be a great game. Don't get me wrong. It's gonna be a lot of fireworks. Eagles gonna show their championship pedigree, and they are. But I think they come up short, bro. I got the Niners in a thriller. I think this might be
Hmm.
one of the best games of the weekend. So give
Yeah,
me the
it's
Niners,
possible.
dog. Yeah, give me the
I can't
Niners.
argue with that.
That's gonna be a good game. Chargers at the Patriots. Who you got for this one, man? Drake May, playoff debut.
Yeah.
Um, you know, Justin Herbert, he's been there before. This
Th-
is Chargers. They coming. This is their second year in a row in the playoffs. Um, they've been there before. This is a hard game to pick for me too. I
yeah,
know the
I
Patriots have been
agree.
the Patriots, but I'm stuck with this one for real. Who you got for this one, bro?
Man, I wanna I wanna pick the Patriots, but I ain't gonna lie to you. The Chargers could shock some people in these playoffs. They very talented. They got the team to, obviously they have the team to go to the playoffs, and they got a they got an experienced coach.
Mm-hmm.
I know they're gonna try to run that ball and and control the line of scrimmage. Um, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna pick the Chargers for the upset. The
Mm-hmm.
upset to upset. I'm gonna pick the Chargers.
Mm. Okay. Yeah. And as for me, I'm looking at this game and I'm looking at um, can the Chargers run the ball effectively against that Patriots defense? I don't know. I don't think
Mm,
so. Can they pass the ball effectively? Yes, with Justin Herbert. Yes, with Keenan Allen. Yes, with the weapons that they got. I don't even
Quinn
know
Johnson.
Quinn Johnson.
Yeah,
Um,
had a good
they
year
got a
this
few
year.
weapons. Yeah, Keenan Allen had a good year too, bro.
Hmm.
But I don't think they get it done, bro. I think Stephon Diggs have a big day. I think
Mm.
Henderson have a big day. I
Yeah,
got the
they do.
Patriots at home, bro. I think LA going to that frigid cold Sunday night tomorrow, and I think that cold weather, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I
tough.
don't
It's gonna be
know.
tough.
It's gonna be tough for the Chargers. I think Justin Herbert's probably throw a couple picks. I got the Patriots, bro. I think the Patriots take care of business at home. Lastly, bro, Texans Steelers. Who you got for this one? Texans, hottest team in football. Uh, Steelers, man, coming off a thriller last week. Arguably shouldn't be here if, Baltimore make that field goal, but here we are. Mike Tomlin, a lot of success as a head coach. It's a big game for him as well. Who you got for this one, bro? Texas or Steelers?
And I got the Texans. I think they put it on them Steelers Monday night. I think that
Mm.
defense dominated and CJ control the pace of the game and get them boys with a win. I'm going Texans on this one.
Now, Ian, as a Mike Tomlin fan, I would like to see the Houston Texans lose. I would like to see the Pittsburgh Steelers advance. I would like to
Hmm.
see this team have. I would like to see that. I would love to see it. It'd be great, man. I would love to
Yeah.
see it. But being realistic, the Steelers. I'm gonna put it like this though, and this might surprise you. The Texans have been escaping a lot of games lately, bro. I don't know if you
Yeah.
noticed.
Yeah, they have.
For the last couple of weeks, they've been skating by a lot of teams. The Steelers actually have been playing better football as we get here now, as of the last 4 to 5 weeks. I know this sounds crazy, Ian, but I got the Steelers. And the reason why I got the Steelers is because based off of the trajectory of seeing the Texans, how they've been playing lately,
Skating by, not really all that impressive. Whereas with the Steelers, they've been actually playing. Aaron Rodgers have been playing. Number 14 at running back has been playing. You got DK Metcalf coming back.
Yep. That's big
I
for the
think the
Steelers
Steelers,
too.
it's big for the Steelers. With the Steelers being at home, bro. I got the Steelers, dog. I think this might be the surprise of the weekend, but I think the Steelers pull this one out, and this will be the highlight of the Steelers season outside of last week. This will be the biggest highlight because they damn sure ain't win the next weekend if they win tomorrow. I mean Monday night. But
Yeah.
yeah, I got the Steelers in an upset, dog, because I know that everybody got the Texans, but I think the Steelers pull this one out based off how they've been playing lately, bro. So give me the Steelers.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah, man. Yep. And so yeah, bro. Man, here we are. And so lastly, bro, as we now talk football, let's quickly talk some NBA. Do you like that trade for Trae Young to the Wizards? Is it gonna make any difference for the Wizards?
Mm, I think in the future, yeah. Right
Yeah.
now,
No.
probably
No.
not. I think Trey Young he needed new scenery. Um Washington they haven't had like a superstar probably since the John Wall and Bradley Beal days. So
Right.
um I think it's a good move for their organization, and Atlanta needs kind of they need a rebuild and another young star, and hopefully it works out for both parties. But I think not now, but I would say later on, maybe somebody will want to come over there and play with Trey Young, and in Washington. So
Right. Right. Exactly. And so yeah, that's the NBA combo because I ain't really got nothing to say. Ain't nothing really happening too much for me right now.
yeah,
We focused on football.
Except the Bulls getting their game canceled.
Right.
Well, postponed,
Yeah.
not canceled, postponed.
Yeah, due to condensation on the court, right? Uh
Crazy.
yeah, I know, right? And so we'll see what happens as the NBA progress. Right now, OKC is the best team in my opinion, but the Spurs got their number.
Yeah,
Right now, Philadelphia is supposed to be, I mean, New York's supposed to be the best team in the East, but Philadelphia got their number.
hmm
And so it's very interesting. The Lakers are the Lakers, very
yeah.
inconsistent. Um,
They
we got
started
some
off pretty
rumors
good.
of some, right. We got some rumors of some people being on the move. Kobe White, John Morant getting interest from teams. Teams
Oh
inquiring
yeah,
about him down in
Tim.
Memphis.
So he'll probably be gone in a couple weeks, probably before All Star break.
Right. hmm and so we'll see what happens, man. LeBron rumored to be on the move as well. So
He needs to
we'll
be on
see
the
what
move
happens,
to
man.
retirement. He
And
needs to be on
so
the
we'll
move to
see what
retirement.
happens, man. Maybe next weekend we come, bro. And we got a lot more to talk about with the NBA. And
Yeah.
so,
Might be
yeah,
that
bro.
John Morant. John Morant might be on the move because I seen it the other day, so he might be on the move quicker than we expect.
Yeah, for real. He not really. He know they ain't going nowhere in Memphis. You know, like,
Yeah, and I
uh,
think the relationship with the organization probably went sour too.
yeah, and we know he a bit of a hothead, John Morant, and
Yeah,
so
still young, still learning.
yeah, and so man, I would love to see him with LeBron. I would love to see him with the Lakers.
Cool, Ja.
Yeah, I think if they get John Morant, that put them over the top. As I think they win it all if he go to LA and they keep the team as constructed, give up a few pieces.
They will have to give up Austin Reeves. I won't want to give up Austin Reeves.
They give up Austin Reeves, but you keep Luca, you keep LeBron, you keep DeAndre Ayton, and you keep Rui Hachimura. I think they might win it all, dog, for real, for real. Because then they got somebody else that they can go to that is a killer outside of Luca, and you still got LeBron. Not bad. And so I think that would be a great thing to see. Will it happen? I don't know, but I would just let us see that, bro. Yeah. And so with that being said, and bro, um, I don't know if you got anything for the basement. You got anything for the basement, bro?
Nothing too much. Just a shout out to Miami. From MP. He had Maryland, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he got Chris Durr to come down there. He hit the transfer portal,
Uh,
and he got him to
okay.
come to Maryland. So I think that's big.
Mhm.
Shout out to him for get him in a Power Five. Durr. I know he put in the work, but those relationships, his old coach from high school, those relationships,
Mhm.
man. I think that's dope. I think that's how you're supposed to do it. That's how it's supposed to be. Those
Right.
relationships will take you a long way. So he in Power Five. So best luck to all the MP boys that's going, that's hitting the transfer portal. Hopefully, they go to another school and it work out. It work out the right way for them.
Exactly. Exactly. Chris, they're a very talented football player, and going to Maryland absolutely helps him. If
Power
he
Five.
have a great run in Maryland, bro, he have a great run in Maryland. He gets a lot of recognition. He gets a lot of NFL scouts
Go to
looking at
that
him.
next level. Yeah.
So absolutely. And so, yeah, shout out to Miami, man. Miami always been solid, always been on his business,
Yeah.
always been
Sure.
professional, always been intelligent, um, always been just a winner. And so, shout out to Miami, man.
Yeah, that's
Big
dope.
salute to Miami, like for real, for real. And that makes me just shout out Frisman, man. I hope Frisman eventually get his opportunity to be an offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
And from there, he began to be able to pull some strings to get some guys from Morgan Park on that next level professionally.
hmm Yeah.
Because that's how a lot of that stuff work. A lot of that is just like corporate
Relationships.
America. It's who you know. It's relationships.
Yep.
Real talk. It ain't always about talent. It ain't always about
Always about degrees.
numbers.
It ain't
That
always about, yeah,
it's about
relationships
relationships.
or the relationships that you leave from previous bosses, previous jobs, co-workers. Yep.
Exactly, dog. Exactly. And so yes. And so, man, bro. Any final thoughts? Shout outs as we head into the weekend.
Uh, Football, man. Football weekend. Joyous football. The national championship is set. Two Adidas schools. This should be a great game. Miami playing at home. So we'll see that on the 19th. Wild card weekend. It should be a great weekend. We got some great games. I'm not the biggest Bears fan no more, but hopefully they get the job done tonight. I want to see them beat the. I want to see them beat the Packers, man. Hopefully they get the job done. I think it'll be good for the city, man. Hopefully they get the job done. Should be a great football field weekend. I'm excited to see what happens with these games this weekend.
Yeah,
Probably gonna
absolutely,
lose
bro.
game
And I'm
night.
with you. Yeah, I second that, bro. I really second that for real. And that's it, bro. And so, um, remember that with God, all things are possible, people. With that being said, on behalf of the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, we would like to say thank you for tuning in with us this morning. Continue to chop it up with us to support our podcast on various platforms. And if you are and would love to talk sports with us on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, we are here and would love to do so with you. Your love and support is truly appreciated. And we hope you all have a blessed and safe weekend. Peace.